Thank you for the time. John, I just wanted to ask, we're here at Roca with Nicholas Meregali and yourself. We have a big Who's Number One coming up, his match against Pedro Marinho. Just wanted to get your thoughts on Nicholas's performance and in the match.
Nicholas is coming off a very strong performance at Pan Am's. He looked fantastic. He's going through some interesting modifications of his old game, sort of merging themes of no-gi pressure with gi grips and control, and the ability to off-balance people. He's got a very, very tough opponent. Pedro Marinho, I think, is one of the most consistently underrated performers in Jiu-Jitsu today. He's a proven winner. He's very, very tough, great tactician, physically very powerful man. Nicholas will have a height and reach advantage, but Pedro will have a speed and mobility advantage. So it's an interesting physical matchup. They won't be that different in weight, despite the height difference. But Nicholas is a guy who uses the length of his body extremely well, and Pedro is a guy who takes advantage of his compactness very well in competition. So you've got a guy, they both know how to get the best out of their bodies, but their bodies are very different. Pedro, of course, is known mostly as a no-gi competitor, but he's got a very, very solid gi game as well. He's one of those guys whose game doesn't change too much between gi and no-gi, so I'm interested to see. Nicholas's game does change a lot between gi and no-gi, so that's an interesting thing in the mix, and I'm not sure how that will go when they compete against each other. But it's a fascinating matchup. Two guys at the top of their game. Pedro's the current no-gi champion, has come off a great win over Giancarlo Bodoni. Nicholas has come off a great Pan Am, so both of them have sky-high confidence. I think it's going to be a tremendous battle out there.
And actually, it's the first gi match on Who's Number One ever. It's going to be a gi main event. I'm just wondering your thoughts on that.
I'm actually super excited about it. I'm actually very proud that one of our athletes is involved in the first gi match on WNO, and I think this represents a significant step forward for Jiu-Jitsu in terms of Jiu-Jitsu is a game with several faces. You know, you've got the self-defense aspect, you've got the MMA aspect, you've got the gi aspect, you've got the no-gi aspect. And I think many people have the impression that no-gi is running away with it at this point. And I think for the last 5 years it was. But I do believe that Jiu-Jitsu follows icons, and Nicholas Meregali is a gi icon. And I think people are going to find his exciting style very, very spectator friendly. When it comes to Jiu-Jitsu popularity, really what people want is dynamic, exciting movement that leads to submission, and that can occur just as much in the gi as it can no-gi. So as long as the athletes play an exciting game, I don't think the spectators care whether it's gi or no-gi. They're looking for action, and they're looking for the fundamental principles of Jiu-Jitsu, which is control to submission, and Nicholas does that both gi and no-gi. So I think this is a very, very exciting development, and I can't wait to see more gi matches on WNO.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the time, John. Appreciate it.
Thank you.